Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you what's in my bag. It's an updated version from 2020, which you can find at the other YouTube channel called Disc Golf for Days No Spaces. Anyways, moving on. I play with Lunas. I have a pink one and a gray one. When you throw them, they're actually super understable and it likes to just dive a lot. Sensei is also pretty understable too. It likes to dive a little bit, but the Lunas, it likes to putt straight, but if you put it on Anheuser when you putt, it does come back. Same with the Sensei. Like, you put it like that, and then it comes back in and drops in. Moving on to mid-ranges, I actually throw a lot of mid-ranges. So, starting it off, we have a Soul. It's like, you can throw it, you have to put on some Hyzer, because this likes to flip back and turn over. It's a really understable disc. And then we move on to a Cobra. A Cobra is actually pretty straight, but if you put too much power, it will drop over a little bit, which can get annoying when you try to throw it on a straight hole. I have a Buzz, pretty sweet. If you watch the other video, Max's video, in the winter, you put a ribbon on it. This tape gets stuck on here, but that's because I've been throwing it a while too. It goes straight. It's nice to have when you need a straight hole. And now we move on to the Team Discraft stamped Buzz OS. It's a sweet disc. It's actually pretty overstable. Not as much as like drivers and stuff like that, but it really does like to drop and come back over. And I actually just got this yesterday. It's a Crystal Flex Zone Get Freaky. Shout out to Brody Smith. This is a super overstable disc. It likes to just come back. So like when you throw a forehand, you want to put it on some Anheuser and then it'll drop back. And then last for my mid-ranges is a Star Rat. A Star Rat is where you can throw it on any angle and it will hold that angle for a while, which is very kind to have. Moving on to fairway drivers, I throw an Undertaker. It's actually really nice because you can throw it flat. At the end it will dive down, but not as much as other stuff. And then next I throw an Instinct from Discmania. This disc will hold straight just like the Undertaker. You can turn it over if you put a lot of power on it, but it's a good disc if you don't have that much arm speed. And then last I have a Vulture. A Vulture likes to go straight and then it likes to dump a little bit at the end, but not as much as other discs do. I really like throwing it for shots that are pretty straight because it'll hold that line for a little bit and then drop off to the left. Moving on to drivers, I have a DX Destroyer. I'm actually close to putting it out of my bag, but so far it's still in. And this is a super understable disc. And if you throw it as hard as you can, it'll flip over, but it won't. Like, understable drivers, they don't go as far as overstable drivers. So yeah, like you can throw it as hard as you want, it'll dump, and that's just like, sometimes it's a problem because you want it to come back, but it doesn't. Next, moving on to Star Wraith. I don't really throw this backhand. I more throw it forehand because if you throw it flat, it will come back at the end, which is really nice to have for like shots that go around the corner. It's a pretty overstable driver, which is nice to have in your bag. And then we move on to the Ballista. The Ballista, I like to throw it flat. It comes back for you, but I don't like it as much as because I want it to come back sometimes, like on shots that are around the corner. This goes really far for me. Like if I throw it flat, it flips over and then keeps that line after it flips over. And then lastly, I got a PD2. This is a super overstable driver. So either way you want to throw, you want to put it on Anheuser each way that you want to throw it. So like you can throw a PD2 that way and then it'll still come back. It comes back quite a lot. And then back that way too. So thank you for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button.